last video, we talked about how listening to marketers online with our online tutoring business was not an effective strategy, and how learning from other tutors is a more effective strategy. Now, you can learn from people that are actually putting in the actions to grow their online tutoring business and save hours of wasted time. My name's Joanne Kaminsky, and I've been tutoring reading online since 2010 and helping online tutors start or grow their online tutoring business since 2012. Now, some of these marketers, they suggest that everyone must have a Facebook page because it is the #1 social media tool. Now, some marketers even suggest that you don't even need a website. But this is a huge mistake on the online tutor side. See, you don't own Facebook. This means that any information that gets shared with you on Facebook is owned by Facebook. You don't have access to people's contact information or even have the ability to show up in people's feeds when you choose to, unless you pay. And do any of you remember MySpace? It used to be the biggest social media tool like 10 years ago. It's pretty much now non-existent. And this can happen to any social media tool at any point in time. Some tools are here for a while and then they disappear. Maybe they go bankrupt, break the law, or make their following angry by sharing their personal information without permission. Whatever happens to these tools is completely out of your control. But there is one thing that is in your control, and that's your own personal website, because you can drive traffic from social media to your website, and you can create content so that people know, like, and trust and decide that you are a right fit for them. Now, Facebook can't make your website disappear. You own it. Now, does this mean that I don't think that you should have a Facebook page? No, absolutely not. I just got a client last week because she was searching for reading tutors and found my page. So having a Facebook page is effective, but remember what I said about in the first video about not putting all of your eggs in one basket? Having a Facebook page is one tool that can get used to get online tutoring students, but should never be the sole method for getting students. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I have no idea how to create a website. No worries. You don't need to know these days. There are awesome tools like Wix that are drag and drop simple to use. So you decide on the template that you want to use, add your information, and you can have a website up and ready to go in 4 hours or less. What information should you include on your website? Video is the #1 way to catch people's attention. So I feel that having a video on your welcome page gives your website a personal touch to your ideal client. You also want to include an About Me page. Instead of listing all of your qualifications, think of telling your story of how you got started as an online tutor. You can sprinkle in your qualifications to make you seem more human. Now, one of the benefits that I mentioned before about having your online tutoring business is that your ideal client gets to choose you and hire you. So when a parent hires a larger tutoring company, they do not get to choose who will tutor their child. Parents like knowing that you are the one that will work with their child. So using video allows these parents to feel like they not only know, like, and trust you, but also that you understand their particular child and the struggles that they are going through. Testimonials are another important feature that should be on your website. People want to know the kinds of things that people have mentioned about you and how you have impacted other children. And this can be in the form of a written testimonial or a video testimonial. I'm going to add a link to the perfect formula for a testimonial in the description below. And these testimonials can be in written form or in video form. I will leave an example of a client named Rachel that left a video review of my services of working with her daughter. And people believe these kinds of reviews more than they will a written review. Both types of reviews can be powerful in giving people an opportunity to get to know you. And when people think about online tutoring, they have similar questions. And having a frequently asked questions tab allows people to get answers quickly to those questions and saves you time to have to answer the same questions over and over again. Of course, you also want to give people the opportunity to contact you. So having a tab that allows them to do this will result in more people hitting that tab and inquiring if you currently have openings. On my website, I also have a registration form for people that want to get started right away or when somebody is ready to take the next step. I even collect their credit card information so that people do not fill out this form on accident. Everyone that has filled out this form before getting a free assessment with me has moved forward and become a client. It's really, I want you to think about it as the next level of commitment on their part. I also have an About Me page on my website, and this is really to humanize me on the website. I want people to get to know that they get to pick me as their tutor if I seem like a right fit. Now, in the next video, I'm going to share the mistake that people make with their About page. And some people like to, make their website their go-to tool for their customers as well. They include a blog and resources that can help them. And some students can log in and access homework. And this is not necessary, but it makes the website more about their ideal client than about the individual tutor. And it's necessary that you include a privacy policy on your website. This is because anyone that comes to your website has a right to know what you do with their information. And most tutors have no idea what they do with their information. So this is going to be helpful for you as well. Are you tracking where people are located from all over the world that come to visit your website? Are you using it to market to them in the future? If you collect their email information, what are you going to do with it and what won't you do with it? People need to know that you're not going to sell their information and that they agree to this. In fact, if you have anybody who visits your website from either California or the European Union, which includes like 28 countries, and they come visit your website and you don't have a privacy policy, you can actually be fined up to $2,500 per person. So feel free to visit my website and copy it. You can change the information to fit your tutoring business. It's going to protect you. You can enter privacy policy template in Google. You can find some other great ones out there that you could just copy and use on your website as well. I want to make sure that you understand that, creating a Facebook page for your business is an important strategy that works today. But I also want you to understand that your website is what's going to make you stand out from the competition. Both are great tools to use, but your website is even more important. In the next video, we are going to discuss mistake number 5, not choosing an ideal client and thinking that you can tutor anyone in the area that you tutor. Now, to make sure that you get notified as soon as it comes out, click subscribe and the little bell. This is going to ensure that you get notified when it comes out and you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. I'm Duran Kaminsky, and here's till next time.